I'm concerned about the safety of Harris and Waltz and President Biden and the other former presidents like, you know, Bush and Clinton and Obama and company. They all get Secret Service protection. I mean, that agency is a mess. What else aren't we supposed to talk about? What else are we supposed to drop into the memory hole? Oh, the fact that President Trump was nearly murdered about 2 months ago, and that the government is hiding virtually everything they have about that situation. The Secret Service failures, the FBI failures, the Biden-Harris administration failures to protect President Trump and the lives of other Americans who were at that rally. Now, as I've told you previously, Judicial Watch has been second to none in filing freedom of information requests at the state, local, and federal level for records. And to the credit of local authorities in Pennsylvania, they have produced records to us. They gave us videos of the police body cameras and other cameras that were put all over the media a few weeks ago. And we got some new pictures, or a new picture of the shooter. We had the video too. I don't know if we're going to play the video, the body cam footage. It's worth playing if we have it.
Fucking this close, bro. Dude, he turned around on me. He's straight up.
Okay, we have 2 civilians attending to him.
I don't know. Who's got eyes on him?
Back up.
Seriously, he was right where you picked me up, bro. He was on that left side.
We have a unit on the roof.
Affirmative. Yo, Tess, you got me up once, bro. Yo, Tess, you got me up once. Get me up again.
One more.
Ready? Ready? Yep.
All right, ready? Let's go. 1, 2, 3. Yep.
So some pretty dramatic stuff, and there's more at our website and on our YouTube channel, etc. We'll provide links to it below. But we haven't gotten one document from the FBI and the Secret Service despite multiple FOIA requests. And there's a variety of legal excuses they use. Usually they just ignore the request generally. And so Judicial Watch has filed its first FOIA lawsuit against the Secret Service for records that relate to the failures of security around President Trump. And the Secret Service had lied about whether or not they had denied requests for extra security from Trump's team. And I talked about our finding in our lawsuit in this video here. Hey everyone, Judicial Watch just filed its first FOIA lawsuit on the Trump assassination attempt. This lawsuit was against the Secret Service, Department of Homeland Security, over its repeated rejection of requests for extra security by the Trump team. Now, the Biden Secret Service lied about its rejections of Trump's requests. And if they had granted Trump's request for extra security, the assassination attempt arguably could have been prevented, and an American citizen would be alive today. So on top of the scandal about lying, about denying protection to Trump, they're hiding records from the American people. And that's why Judicial Watch is doing the heavy lifting in federal court to get the full truth about the Trump assassination attempt, which in the end is a massive government scam. I mean, it truly is. And this lawsuit is right on target in terms of trying to get key information that hopefully, if released, will lead to accountability and, frankly, better protection, because it's desperately needed, because the Secret Service is completely out of control in terms of cover-up corruption and misconduct. I talked about the DEI obsessiveness with the agency a week or two ago. And here's the specific request. All records, including emails, email chains, email attachments, text messages, video, audio recordings, et cetera, about requests for assistance between or among the Office of Secretary, the Office of Deputy Secretary, Department of Homeland Security, and the U.S. Secret Service, referring or relating to any potential increase or additional protective resources to President Trump's protective security detail. Now, reportedly, they've asked repeatedly for extra help, and it's been denied. And initially, the Secret Service lied about it. On one day after Trump was wounded in the Butler rally, as we report in the release, the Secret Service spokesman claimed that increased protective service requests from Trump's Secret Service detail, that the fact that they had been denied, or reportedly denied, were absolutely false. He said that claims Mayorkas, who runs the Department of Homeland Security, so the Secret Service is an agency within the Department of Homeland Security. Mayorkas said that those claims that he had denied it was baseless. But then the Washington Post reported later in July that the Secret Service had repeatedly denied requests for additional security at Trump events for 2 years prior to the July 19th shooting. Secret Service agents on Trump's detail had requested magnetometers and additional agents to assist with security screenings at large public gatherings Trump attended, as well as additional snipers and specialty teams at other outdoor events. And there the spokesman admitted to the Post that, oh yeah, what we said before wasn't true. But they only found out about it after the July 13th shooting. No, they didn't. That's a lie. I mean, who are they kidding? The Biden-Harris Secret Service lied about denying President Trump increased protection requests and is now trying to cover up that deadly scandal. The Biden-Harris administration has yet to release one record about the Trump assassination attempt under FOIA, which is why Judicial Watch is now in federal court. So this is the beginning of many, many lawsuits, because we have at least 24 requests pending about the assassination attempt. I think his life is still at risk. And if you're not following it on the news, from whistleblowers talking to Josh Hawley, the senator from Missouri, or Susan Crabtree, the reporter from Real Clear Investigations, I encourage you to track their reporting. I don't know where we'd be without some of these whistleblowers. And Judicial Watch increasing pressure to get the full truth out officially. Dan Bongino, another good source for analysis here, I mean, he's reporting that they had, Hawley reported this. He had a whistleblower come to his office, it sounds like, who said that the Secret Service extra security up in Butler was provided by Department of Homeland Security staff, whose only training was a 2-hour video, significant portions of which did not play well and did not work. So they were ill-trained and maltrained and expected to protect Trump's life and the lives of everyone else there. And you can be sure it's still happening. Bongino's confirmed it's still happening. They're using ill-trained, people not equipped for the job to protect Trump. It's an emergency. And to me, this ought to be apolitical, because I'm concerned about the safety of Harris and Waltz and President Biden and the other former presidents like, Bush and Clinton and Obama and company. They all get Secret Service protection. I mean, that agency is a mess. How do I know? The proof is in the pudding. Go back to that picture of Crooks. Look at him. He had the police close enough to read his phone. Skinny kid there. Oddly looking, an odd-looking young man, to be fair, to be truthful. He had a drone. He had a drone providing himself intelligence shortly before the event. He had a more sophisticated intelligence operation, it sounds like, than the Secret Service did to protect Trump. And don't forget, as Dan and Susan Crabtree and others have pointed out, and the Secret Service is now, we're getting more admissions from the government. The Iranians have been wanting to kill Trump for years, and they just arrested someone in a plot to do so. So these threats are much more substantial than the typical, well, he's a well-known public political figure, and there's going to be people who are motivated to do him harm for a variety of reasons. Here there's like a national security issue involved. So I'm glad Judicial Watch is at the courthouse doing the basic heavy lifting to get basic information about the security crisis around protection for President Trump. Because I think his life is still at risk, and we can't, as far as I'm concerned, we can't do enough to expose what's going on. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like our video down below.